Hello, here I am. It's Charles or Charlie. I guess I could call myself Charles Charlie or Charlie Charles. Actually, there's an actual guy named that. I remember in elementary school, I had the Guinness Book of World Records, that little book that was really thick, and there was a guy named Charles Charlie or Charlie Charles who he was holding up like the world's smallest bicycle, and it said that he actually was able to ride the bicycle. Um, and like years later, I saw him on TV, and he actually did ride the bicycle, although not very far. I guess he was like a circus performer, and he would perform on all kinds of bicycles. But actually, he was French, and so they introduced him as Charles Charlie, rather. But anyway, I'm getting distracted and off topic, and so I'll stop now.
Oh, le voilà. Ah. Yeah. Woo. Oh. Oh, yeah. Ha. Oh, la la. Ha. Yeah. 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 Woo. Yeah. Oh. Et voilà. Thank you.
This is a good introduction for what follows because we're gonna do the Dave tape on here. Um, Here we have the Best of Dave Volume 3, and I sent you the CD. Hopefully you should have gotten it by now. Kaylee pointed out that it's probably better to put this on the web rather than on a CD, which I understand. Yeah, I'm just kind of old-fashioned. Remember when we used to do these old tapes? I've at least graduated to CDs now instead of cassette tapes. But I still have these old tapes here. And here's a couple of tapes that Dave sent me. Here's the genuine Kmart tape from the 1970s. And it says "Working Class Dog" and "A Trip to Egypt" in Dave's fourth grade writing. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, there it is. The genuine article Kmart tape. And of course I got WKEN, and it's got all of Ken's tracks on here. And so I'll have to digitize this as well and see what the good is on here. And so anyway, I'm not fully invested in sort of the cloud and the web. I still have one foot in the previous century with all these. I just need to have some kind of material possession, some kind of artifact that reminds me that I actually have something there. But either way, it's intellectual property or media or whatever you want to call it. It all works the same, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead with the contents of the Dave CD. I have split up some of these longer tracks into smaller portions, and I also rearranged the order a little bit so they'll make a little bit of sense. And maybe I'll try to come up with some pictures. So you're not just staring at a blank screen. Maybe I'll find some pictures to put on here. So anyway, enjoy, and I will try to come up with some new stuff soon. A last minute update before I upload this to YouTube. I rummaged around this afternoon and finally found all of the old scores from back in Salisbury. And so I have Dave's score here that I can put on with the video of his project, as well as the scores from my project as well. So that'll make it a little more interesting. So if you've already listened to the CD and you don't necessarily want to hear all the talking again, you could at least check out the pieces of music and see what the scores look like. On Dave's score, he wrote at the top the title "Spheres in My Ocean," and then he also wrote in pencil next to it, just for my enlightenment. He said, "Everyone else had a stupid title, so I had to quickly think of one." And then on the last page, there are some comments by Ziegler that are barely legible. It says, "Nice work, Dave. While your score is not the type that would allow reproduction of the piece, it serves as an extremely fine representation of the ideas, the essence of the sounds, etc. I could follow it, and it works."